The difference between a baker and a banker is one has dough and the other one needs it. My name's Victor Ashley, and I'm a real estate agent out of Seattle, Washington. This is how you get a hold of me. Also, you can leave a snarky comment below. I really appreciate those. And then feel free to hit subscribe because I cover a lot of different areas, concepts, scenarios that might be yours. So feel free to follow, and I could be talking about your situation next. So here's one that I was talking about. So yesterday I did a video, and it'll pop up right here. But I did a video about a home purchase if you're making about $125,000 a year. So I've been wanting to do this for a bit, but I wanted to branch this off and actually go down in income and see if there was something that you could also qualify for. So I covered this one a couple of months ago, but I'm going to redo it. But this is $85K, and let's get into it right now, just so you're aware of what we're looking at. So let's go back to our mortgage calculator. In the mortgage calculator, again, this is through Google, so you can get a hold of it at any time. But this is a 36% debt to income ratio. And just so you're aware, a lot of FHA or any kind of program out there, when you're actually doing your mortgage qualification, you can actually get qualified for more than 36%. But 36% is kind of where, it's recommended to be in your budget, because you want to be able to eat, you want to be able to invest, you want to be able to, spend your money on things that really matter to you and not just your home payment or your HOA payment. So let's get into that right now. So here we are, $85,000 a year. And as you can tell, right now I have no debt plugged in. So this is kind of abnormal because not everybody has no debt. So I'm just going to start plugging it in so you have an idea where you're looking at. But if you have very little, monthly reoccurring bills, you could see that with $85,000 and even today's interest rates of 7.125, and keep in mind some are actually going to be less than that, you can be qualified for almost $310,000. Now let's just add in one car payment. Now one car payment is $650 a month on average in the area. And then at the same time, more than likely, somebody that is in this range is more than likely also going to have some credit cards. And again, this isn't your situation specifically, but I just wanted to get into this. But somebody might have credit cards, and I'm just going to push this up to $900 total. So as you can tell, just having this reoccurring monthly bill of $900 a month has affected your purchasing power by over $100,000. That's because when the banks sit down and they go over your file, they have to sit down and they say, hey, of our debt to income ratio, 900 is already eaten up by reoccurring bills. If you had no bills at this time, which again, not a lot of people do, but you would have an extra $900 in this scenario. But as you can tell, a lot of people actually do have car notes, or they have some sort of credit card bill. And I just wanted to get into this just so you have an idea what you would be looking at. Now at 206, let's just round this to 205. You're going to have a monthly, you're going to have a mortgaged amount of about $185,000 because we had a $20,000 down payment. Let's talk about down payments right now because I kind of touched on this one yesterday. But down payments, there's also assistance programs out there, and I can handle that later. But down payment assistance is available with a lot of different purchases, but the purchases have to be in a certain range, and at the same time you have to be under a certain threshold for income. Now at $85,000 a year, more than likely you would be under that threshold for income. And all of the different municipalities, counties, and even the state has its own programs for this. So they're very specific, and this is something that you would talk to with a mortgage provider. And if you need a request for that or some sort of referral, hit me up and I'll get you in touch with somebody that'll help you with that. So let's get into the monthly payment. Now, as you can tell, a monthly payment on a mortgaged amount of about $185,000, what your mortgage payment would look like, just your payment and your interest alone, none of your taxes, none of your insurance, and none of your HOA, would be $1,245 roughly. Now let's get into a quick search on that, because I just actually did a quick search on this right now, and this is King County alone. Now, King County, under $200,000 and at least one bathroom, I came up with 73 results. Now, some of these are manufactured homes and the others are condos, but as you can tell, there are options out there. And specifically, I didn't want to get into any of these individually, but I wanted to point out something that happens on the right-hand side here, and it's right above my head. It's right here. This is your down payment resource. If you click on this and you follow this, and your agent can do this for you, but if you click into this, you can actually see that there's a lot of different programs that you can qualify for. Here's one right here, $15,000. And then here's another one, it's $10,000, and then this one is $6,500 and another $65,000. Now, all of these have their own criteria and also their own income basis on this. And you really want to make sure that you qualify for these things, and you just don't know, but you might qualify for this. But I wanted to actually point this out because a lot of people actually, when I talk to them, they're like, hey, Victor, I can't buy anything because I only make $85,000 a year. $85,000 a year is pretty dang good. That is $40 an hour. Since when was that below average? That's actually pretty good. And according to my sheet here, that's the average of the household incomes in this area. So, keep that in mind. But, this is the kind of stuff that I cover. And the reason why I do this is because I want to be able to express some of the things that might be important to you, or they can be important to your family member. And just remember, just because you can't do it right now doesn't mean that you're losing in life right now, because you're not. Rent is patience, and I cover that a lot. Here's my series on Seattle rent. I want to get into that later for you guys. But, rent is patience, and sometimes that's what you need, because right now the market's coming back and you're going to be able to actually buy something. So if you have questions with this, you could get a hold of me. My number's right here. I'll be happy to, help you get pointed in the correct direction. All right. Thank you very much. It was lovely working with you again today, and I hope you have a fantastic day.